Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Coconut Lake, Florida. The North Broward Eagles take on the St. John Paul, the second Eagles. The Saints are firmly into second. Empty on a overall across the court. Wallace brings it into fifth, I believe that is. But the whistle is low. There goes their chance at a fast break. But it's going to remain a St. John Paul ball. That rhymes nicely. I'll be breaking that up throughout the game. Now number 10, tipped by Drake, but still connects to number 21. Opoku, trying to get cocky and pay the price for it. Still connected with the layup though.
Opoku looking for the slam, has to set up for the layup there, Tim.
And a layup by number 25, Huntington. Off the 10 now, Price comes up on the ball. Only one point from there. He's going!
Steele was all about vision, saying Ice was able to see the passing lane, was able to capitalize.
21 on the outside, the short three is no good. Opoku with the rebound, using it right, and the layup is good.
North Broward's going to have to find a way to slow down Opoku on the offensive glass then.
And that was not the way to do it, by passing the ball to a man who wasn't there, and now it's a St. John Paul ball.
And North Broward's getting a little hectic as the pace of the game picks up a little bit. They've got to be able to rely on mostly Dable to slow the ball down, get them to the tempo that they want.
Now Fisher passes over to 21. The three is no good. Opoku with another layup. He's heating up.
Jake Dable's got to know what his position is. He went up to the rebound alongside Opoku. He is well shorter than Opoku is. In fact, almost a foot shorter. Dable is 5'9", Opoku 6'8". He's got to be able to let possibly Jared London, Kenny Henningsen, somebody taller than him, go up for a rebound opposite Opoku.
And now Seamus comes up with a layup. Gets lifted up on the floor. Shot is made. I don't know if that's going to count.
Yeah, that looks like it is going to count. Blocking foul being called. Count the basket and the foul.
Now, as number 21, PJ Seamus sets up for a free throw. You mentioned North Broward having to deal with the pace of this game. There's a very famous saying in baseball, you can't hit and think at the same time. Can you hit and shoot in basketball?
No, absolutely.
Shoot and think.
I actually agree with you, man. I think that it's all about muscle memory, especially at this stage of the game and at this pace of the game.
Now Tony's in control against Broward. Price finds himself double team and gets around it somehow. Now Denny has the ball, gets around the double team on his own. And the shot's not good enough. Now there's a man scrambling for the ball. Looks like Fisher's going to come up with it. It's still good. Good layup.
Yeah, count the basket and the foul again, and that's Fisher. We mentioned him earlier in the game as someone who could really make things happen, and he does right there.
Fisher has been an impact player for St. John Paul so far in this game.
Interesting to see Coach Casey Wall bringing in Trace Nichols, the sophomore point guard. Jake Dable's going to come off the screen and see if this is rest or if they want to make an actual logistical change.
Well, Trace Nichols is no slouch at the three-point line either. Another very proficient shooter for North Broward. And now Denny is going to inbound it, taking his time. North Broward needs to recombobulate after that fast-paced play. St. John Paul. Shot from the corner is good by Henningsen.
Teams up.
That ball just came dangerously close to us. I hate when that happens.
Me too. I was about to say, it looks like these teams have decided, all right, North Broward, we're going to try to take as many threes as we can, try to win the game from the outside. St. John Paul's is fine, but we're going to control the inside. So it's inside versus outside. A very dangerous proposition for North Broward, especially if they're unable to make their three-pointers.
St. John Paul has the very slight height advantage, but a height disadvantage has not phased North Broward in the past. Jenna, I think, accidentally set up a block against his own teammate. Now here comes Rowell down with the ball over to Denny. He's been an impact player for North Broward this game. Over to Rouse, North Broward's most proficient three-point shooter, I would argue. Nichols from long, just short. And now Opoku comes down with the rebound. Gets past his man. Simo looking for a layup, can't get it, so he passes it back to the outside. Grant goes up, and the whistle is blown.
Rebound shooter has to do better on the inside glass. If they're going to be able to contend at least on the inside. It's fine if North Broward doesn't win the interior game, but they have to at least be able to participate in it. And Gina's going to have to be a big part. However, he commits the foul. 2 free throws coming up.
JJ Green, number 10, is at the line. He misses with his first. This has been a very fast-paced game. We have 4:41 remaining in the second period. Green sets up for his second. And the buzzer goes off. Henningson's going to bring it down for North Broward. Big man, 6'4" senior. Passes it over to Zabel. Calling the shots and finds Nichols. Back to Zabel. Over to Henningson on the other side of the court. Back to Zabel. Thinks about shooting, decides against it. Henningson tries to find a way in, but also decides against it. Makes the pass to Nichols, but the ball gets knocked out of his hand.
It's going to be a foul going against J.J. Preen, the sophomore guard for St. John Paul, Sam. Also, very important news that we did not look at. North Broward, already has 7 fouls. That means every foul committed by North Broward for the rest of the half, St. John Paul is going to be going to the free throw line.
As Zabel controls the ball over to Henningson on the other side. Looking for something to do. President Rouse back to Henningson. Effective defense got him cornered, but he gets through it and he's back to the layup.
Henningson's definitely beyond tonight.
I mentioned Henningson is also a football player, a very physical player, using that to his advantage as Opoku. By Henningson, streak of the Henningson. And he shoots, but he's not going to connect this time. This time, St. John Paul gets the layup thanks to Opoku, but the ball goes out of bounds, and I believe that's going to be a North Broward ball.
Looks like there was a foul going against North Broward, actually. So, as I mentioned, St. John Paul is going to get to take free throw. I believe it's going to be 1-1 for TJ Lawler.
TJ Lawler, number 2. Been an effective player, though hasn't connected with many shots so far in this game.
That's going to be an over the back going against number 15, Ralph Casnagles. North Broward ball.
Looks like David Banks is likely inbounded for North Broward. Score is 21-9 St. John Paul leading with 3:23, 22, 21 left in this half. Henningson over to Rouse. Back to Zabel. Tries to find a way in, but doesn't. Nichols to Rouse from the outside.
Fantastic work there from Jeremy Rouse, being able to get the ball off quickly. Quick release is going to have to be key for North Broward three-pointers. Keep an eye on that for the rest of the game. North Broward is going to have to move the ball quickly and get shots off quickly to get very successful beyond the three-pointer.
North Broward now up in this game. He's trying to penetrate, but down 3 defenders instead. number 14, Simo, I believe. And there's a scramble.
That's all work from Jeremy Rouse and Jake Dable, though, Sam. That's all that you can attribute that to. It's just a pure hustle from Rouse and Dable wanting it more than St. John Paul.
And now Dable is going to bring it down. Over to Nichols on the other side. Finds the defender. Tries to pass it. No one there, though. A scramble on the court. And St. comes up with it. Here comes Fisher. Penetrates the lane. And it's good.
Nick Fisher once again in the right place at the right time, being able to come up with the bucket and the foul.
And now Fisher is going to go to the line for the And now number 23, Tyler Struve, is going to be subbed in place of Ross, who is very upset.
Tyler Struve, he's played an absolutely fantastic first half.
I think that's more frustration. Go ahead.
I think that's more frustration in terms of Rawson being taken out than anything else.
Went for the shot, but couldn't connect, and now went out of bounds.
That's going off of TJ Lawler, though, staying North Broward ball team.
North Broward making the best of every single possession they've had this game. Struve brings it in. Nichols looking for something to do. Double teams, and the defense works. There's now 14, comes up with it. Over to Fisher, over to Lawler. From downtown, no good. And now Henningsen comes up with the rebound. He's looking for it, but doesn't get it. Henningsen really likes to try and poke the corners of the court.
Absolutely. Going back to the previous possession there, Trace Nichols really know better. He knows his game is on the perimeter, tries to drive into the lane, gets the ball taken away from him. He's got to be smarter than this.
Now Fisher's going to bring it in over to Lawler. Passes it to Opoku. Down the court to Overland. And then Carlos Rabbit. North Broward got lucky with that one. If he had been allowed to continue, it looks like he probably would have gotten through their defense and made the shot.
Opoku had a lane. North Broward gets the ball. They've been tight game. Remains a 2-point game here as neither team's really been able to separate from one another. This is a big one, Sam. If you look at the district records, North Broward 0-5. St. John Paul 2-3 within the district. With only a couple district games left, seeding obviously extremely important heading into the district one here at North Broward.
North Broward looking to snap that streak of losing inside of their own district. And Spice passes it over to Jenna. Back to Jenny. From long, no good though. Struve comes down with the rebound and makes the basket.
Big play from Dalton Kaiser. He's been able to see those lanes well.
And now Struve goes on the next attack. First good ball. Well, my mic has died.
Hey, we will get through it, Sam, but maybe Tyler Struve is the answer in the inside. You know, nothing else has really worked on the interior, but ever since Casey Wallet brought in Tyler Struve into this one, they've been able to establish a much larger presence on the interior.
But now St. John Paul is going to the line. Look at that. The cheerleaders have signs that looks like they spell "Let's Go Eagles." Good preparation on their part.
Cool. Way better preparation than we've had. We have no signs. We are signless.
I don't know if signs would help us in our current endeavors, though.
How can you never not have signs, Sam?
It's true. Signs usually make things better unless you're sitting in front, behind the guy that has the sign.
Oh, that's always the absolute worst.
Now Dable controls the ball, though. 42 seconds remaining in this half. 26-26, all tied up. Looks like North Broward is going to take advantage of the fact that there is no shot clock. Try to run the clock and get that final shot off before halftime.
Smart move from Jake Dable. Take the air out of the ball. Get the ball down to the last possession. Then North Broward put another offense.
Taking a bit of the energy out of the room, though. 18 seconds remaining. Just standing around like it's got nothing better to do, nowhere to go. The pass is over to Jenny, back to Dable. Now they're snapped back into it. 1 second. And the whistle's blown. There goes that strategy.
Offensive foul against North Broward is the one thing that you didn't want to do if you're a fan of the Eagles, the home Eagles, at least